Rob, sorry to see that. Oh man, well, I appreciate you stopping by and saying what's up though. Definitely appreciate you stopping by and leaving a thumbs up. Had to be you. All right, all right, all right, all right. It is Wednesday. Time for our weekly chat. And I apologize. I'm not just cleaning the. All right. It's amazing how just wiping the lens off on my phone, it helps. Kirk, what's going on? Jay Rody, what's going on, man? Howdy from Rockingham, North Carolina. Oh, all right. I guess you're traveling. Robert, how's everything? Spanky's Barbecue. Mr. Jimenez, how you doing this evening? Lucien Liz? Lucien Liz. Hey, yo, Darian, how you doing? Tony Man, the user ID didn't give it away. Not at all. Hennessy Lewis. Preston. What up, Fat Boy Dre? Yo, man, y'all killing it. I'm so excited that you guys decided to hang out with me. Really, I am. Holy smokes. No, really, that's the user ID. Holy smokes. Y'all get me hyped. What's going on? You ain't ready. Dog father in the house. Sorry. Hiccup there. Oh man, look, speaking of which, Rob, this goes out to you. Man, Mr. Perez, he hooked me up. I told you about this last week or so, and yeah, so tonight or today, hold on, let's see. Doc! Yo, I was just thinking about you. Yes, I'm so happy you're here. Hold on one second. All right. In honor of Doc being here, hopefully this cup is semi-clean. But you know, my buddy used to always tell me, my man Rush, he would say, my man Rush is from Trinidad, and he'd have a dirty shot glass, and he'd say, the alcohol killed the germs. Like, yo, Rush, the glass dirty. The alcohol killed the germs. Basta punching. So we're going to take a little bit of this Mama Juana here. We're going to toast to the new year. Feliz Navidad. Oh, Feliz Año Nuevo. I've been saving that. Ooh, woo. Goodness gracious. Trying to make sure I got. Yes, it has definitely been too long, Doc. Salud, okay? So, I was just thinking about you. I'm telling you, I was just like, man, I hope they can make the live stream because I haven't had a shot of the Mama Juana in a while. All right. Billy Bluffington, thank you very much, sir. I appreciate that. Let's see. Nah, no worries. Like button smash. That's what's up, Preston. I appreciate that. Rotary Man says he's making some stir fry. All right, so I already took the liberty of mixing this. And I was starting to tell you I had a Slurpee earlier today. I saved some of the Slurpee, so you take some of this, you put it in what's left for the Slurpee, and this is what I'll be drinking on. I had it in the freezer. So it's congealed a little bit. Oh, yo. Oh, you know what's crazy, Kirk? My number 2 wants attention. Can you stop, please? Please.
Okay. I just came.
Green one, what?
This big green one.
Oh, she can use that one. That's fine.
Okay.
All right. No, Doc, no need to. Oh, Doc, no need to apologize. Next best thing, we're not gonna talk about that. Still, it's too soon, Junior. Too soon. Too soon. Yep. Hey. Preacher Man Black. All right. Sure enough, you're right. Absolutely sure. You see what I'm dealing with right now? He specifically waited till after 9 o'clock to come downstairs and decide that he needed some water or something. Actually, I think it's from my wife.
That was Mommy. She sent me down here.
I just said that. All right. Keeps me motivated. All right. So, Doc, yeah, I cut my hair off. I don't know if you saw that video where I talked about going on vacation. I shaved for my wife. It was her birthday in the middle of December. And she prefers the low cut, like with it shadowed in like this. This is what she prefers the most. I need my beard back. Turn off the light in the kitchen, please.
Tell them I said hi.
I sure would. I would let you say hi, but you don't have any clothes on. No. Good night. All right. So Dogfather says, what keeps him motivated? Seeing great barbecue and others cook, all kinds of inspiration. I agree, but it's like, yeah. Yes, I said Slurpee. I still have young kids, and we go to 7-Eleven maybe once every 2 or 3 weeks. And, you know, after school, that's their treat. They each get a Slurpee, and, you know, it is what it is. Everybody's, yep, exactly. All right, so Dogfather, again, he said, you know, seeing great barbecue to others cook, all kinds of inspiration. All right, Fat Boy Dre says it's his grandbabies and customers that keep calling him back. All right. Yeah, I know, Preacher Man Black. He did just want to hang out with me. Tyler, how you doing, man? Thank you so very much again for sending out that seasoning. I really do appreciate it. And if you can't tell, we do like it. We have used it a couple times. So yeah, that's the itchy. You know what's crazy, Kirk? Like when I let my beard grow, I don't bother to trim it or shape it up down at the bottom because I don't want that irritation that you get. But up at the top on my cheeks, I guess it's not as bad, but on my neck, so there have been a couple irritating spots, but I mean, it's definitely coming in. It's coming back. It's coming back. AQ Daddy Barbecue. How you doing this evening, man? Armando. He's back.
Yes.
He's got a man bun and a bow in his hair.
Oh, Cindy did that.
Yeah. All right. Lou, what keeps you motivated is trying new techniques and different flavor combinations. All right, Jeff from Out of Order Barbecue. How you doing, sir? Dogfather says another motivator is seeing the expressions on people's faces when they eat your food. Converting vegetarians. I haven't converted any vegetarians per se, but I did have so one of my cousins, someone in her church, this guy, I saw him, excuse me, go.
Okay.
Come on. I saw him at my cousin's daughter's, so my baby cousin's christening. And she asked me to do food, so I did brisket for her christening and some chicken. And he saw me, 6-8 months later, and he shook my hand and he said, it's your fault. What's my fault? He said, I've been eating brisket lately because of you. I had to laugh. So I laughed so like a belly laugh. I laughed so hard. I just told him I'm sorry, not sorry. And he said, man, after having that brisket, I had nothing but cravings for brisket. I'm going to have to hit you up soon to get some brisket from you. I said, no problem. All right. Oh man. Daggone. Preston, I'm so sorry to hear that, sir. I mean, I, I got nothing for that one, man. I'm, sorry to hear that. Like, real talk. Like, seriously. Uh, Luke Kalamata says cooking is awesome because there's 1,000 ways to do one thing. I agree, definitely. This grill outside is where we hunt. All right, Preston, that's what's up. So I guess cooking reminds you of your dad. I'll definitely cheers. All right, salud. What's going on, Chuck? Alan, I agree wholeheartedly. Donald? All right. I try to be fair, so there's your warning. Don't quite get it, but we'll let it go. All right. Mr. Jimenez says for him, it's watching us post new styles and him cooking for his family and friends. That's what's up. Holy smokes, feeding folks and doing upgrades to the smoker, always a work in progress. Man. All right. Torian, how you doing, man? You can't speak, you can't say hi, nothing. Just put a T in front of the comment if you want to say hi. You can say hi. You ain't got to, hide behind the good doctor there. Even though you're a doctor too, but we're not going. All right, so Tyler says what keeps him motivated is people tasting commercial barbecue and telling him that his is better. Tyler, that is a great feeling, isn't it? It's like, oh, hey, I had your food, yeah, and then I went down to such and such, yeah, and it sucked. That's the best feeling ever. I don't know if I told you guys, but again, one of my other cousins, I have two cousins that live in Maryland. One is a female cousin, one is a male cousin. So my male cousin, he called me up. He's like, hey, yo, cuz. What up, B? His name's Brian. So I'm like, what up, B? He's like, yo, why you ain't tell me your brisket was so damn good, blah, blah, blah. He proceeded to curse me out. Because he had my brisket and then he went to Famous Dave's and then he said, that's some garbage. All right, Doc. All right, Holy Smoke says he did his first brisket because of my channel. Was it because of my channel or was it because of me? I don't know. I guess I'm on the channel, so technically, I'm saying. But that's what's up. How did it turn out? Just saying you did your first brisket doesn't mean that, well, hopefully it turned out okay. Horsepower and pizza, man. I get up and get after it because some people don't get to chase their dreams anymore. Every day is a gift. You're absolutely right. And I just want to say thank you, sir, for hanging out. I have not gotten a chance to read that book yet. It's still in my book bag. It's one of those things where I can't sit still for very long. I'm always on the go, but I still have the book with me. I've been carrying it with me since you sent it in the mail. And I just have not sat down to read it. And I know it's one of those books because I know who wrote it. I know once I start reading it that I will, probably read it in an hour or two. I just can't sit still for that long. And I know that once I start reading it, because I've skimmed through it, I will not want to put it down. So I haven't forgotten, and I have it still. First conversation was with an old neighbor's daughter-in-law. Got her jalapeno jerk ribs. She's been on that pork ever since. Nice. It's all right, Preston. Just wash your hands, all right? Oh, well, not a problem. Well, Fat Boy Dre, it took me 7 years to get my brisket right. Hopefully, with some of the instructions and things that I've talked about, it'll take you less time. Chuck, I haven't used it. Chuck, I haven't used it yet. Kirk, I understand that completely. You've seen my belly. It tastes your food and so much better than anything I ever had. That is awesome. All right, Torian. We're going. That's all right. It's the Larry. How you doing, man? It's growing on me. It's growing on me. I am like itching to have my beard back. I saw somebody at work and they did a double take, and I'm like, yeah, I know. And then because nice. Most people only know me as having a full beard because I have not shaved my beard off completely, like down to this point, in 5 years. Yeah. Yep, exactly, Preston. I tell people that all the time. Like people, you guys in South Carolina, North Carolina, you know, y'all want minced barbecue. I had somebody come to my house yesterday. One of my neighbors, actually, you guys remember that lady that stiffed me with the turkey breast? Her uncle lives up the street from me. Okay, her uncle came and knocked on the door yesterday, and he has his brother. So his brother came to the house and he's like, "Hey man, I heard you do barbecue." Yes, sir, I do. I need me some minced barbecue. I don't do that. Oh man, you know what I'm talking about with the I don't do that. I don't do any vinegar and red pepper seeds and stuff like that. I don't do that. Oh man, I was trying to get some. I said, now listen, I do. I said my pulled pork. I've had folks that are from down south come and ask for minced barbecue or pulled barbecue, and I know they want that stuff, something with vinegar in it. I'm apologize now. I don't do that. I said, but what I do, I said do. What I do is very good, and I've had plenty of people say this isn't what I was asking for, but this is great. So I completely understand that too. Don't just pass up the post about the etching. Your cortisone 10 ornaments work miracles. All right, well, thanks, Donald. Sometimes folks come into the chat and they want to get funny in the comments. So thank you for explaining. You should have put all of that in the first one. Then I probably wouldn't have been so on edge. Yeah. Luke Calamadas, you're absolutely right. The occasional flop keeps me motivated too. It keeps you on your toes, man, because you don't want it to happen. Because when it does happen in the most inopportune times, you be like, oh, dang. So, Doc says, I deserve getting cursed out. My brisket is off the chain. I sent a very small piece of brisket with the good doctor, and her husband thoroughly enjoyed it. Holy smokes, man, we all need that person standing over us like, man, hit it harder. That's how I started working on cars. Unfortunately, I wish I could say the same thing was true when it came to doing barbecue and smoking meats. You got to remember, like I said, it took me 7 years to get it right. YouTube wasn't as big of a thing when I was starting to cook. I did it by trial and error, like seriously trial and error. So, but what I was getting at, when I was younger, I had a guy who helped me learn how to work on cars. And the whole thing was he had MS. So Maids Brown, never forget this man's name. And I speak to him about him at least once a week in one capacity or another. And Mr. Maids, well, M-A-I-D-S, Mr. Maids was a mechanic for the Philadelphia Police Department. He was retired because, like I said, he had MS. He couldn't work with his hands anymore. But what he would do is he would stand over you and he would tell you what you needed to do. And he made you do it yourself. And it's like, oh man, I can't get it. Hit it harder. I can't get it. I can't get it. And he would tell you some old school mechanic trick, before there were impacts, before there were pneumatic guns. Man, they had hand tools. And confidence is a big thing, and a lot of times you don't have the confidence, but the person behind you has the confidence. So just think of me as the person behind you. All right, I got you. You can do it. That next one's gonna be better. All right. So Holy Smoke says he did it for Thanksgiving. There was nothing left and a whole lot of turkey left. That's what's up. You are I and I is him. Slim with the biggest brim. Yeah, buddy. Preston, man. The first one never turns out right. The first one, the second one, the third one, the fourth one, the fifth one. I mean, dude, I still chase my tail from time to time. Like, I had a brisket I did. Oh, the ones that I did in Bernadette not too long ago for that, for the holiday party that I had right before Christmas. Those briskets to me were like one of the worst briskets I've done in a year. But everyone that was at that party was raving about them. And I was sick about it. Like, to the point where I gave the dude that did the party, I think I gave him $100 discount. Cause I was like, yo, this brisket, I said, to me, it's garbage. I said, it's edible, but it's not what I wanted it to be. And he was like, yo, he's like, I'm sure. He's like, I'm sure it's fine. And it was, but I still gave him a discount. Rich, man, how you doing? Rich, you know what? I want to send you something, Rich. Somebody sent me something, and I am not going to be able to use it to the extent that I thought I was going to be able to use it. So I would like to pay it forward and pass it along to you. So you and I will be in touch. I just got to clear it with the person that sent it to me. Oh gosh, chopped meat sandwich. Oh gosh, man, Doc, you're not in the right part of this. Is North Carolina, man. Like that Cambro chicken, Preston. We're not going to talk about that. You know. Hey, Torgy, how you doing? Oh boy, Alan, I'm gonna leave it go. Flop tonight if it was good and the product wasn't happy with it, so I won't waste people's time with it. All right, Chuck, man. All right, Tori, look at Tori. Tori, just like the next time we come through, we definitely gonna buy a whole brisket from you, man. Oh man, shoot, you let me know when you coming. Hey, what's new, barbecue? How you doing? You let me know when you come in and when you want it, and then I will separate it, you know, in vacuum seal bags, so that you can go ahead and definitely enjoy it in, you know, as time goes on. Let's put it that way. Preston says, post it, man. He's talking to Chuck, because I tell you all the time, I mess up stuff all the time. Talking about flops, the crock pot ribs, just vicious. All right, so Jay Rotary hit me up the other day on Instagram, or actually, I guess it was a comment on YouTube talking about he did some ribs in the crock pot, and that's what he's referring to here. He said, talk about flops. Never do crock pot ribs. LOL, just invest your time in smoking them. You know what? Exactly. What's new, believe? Said, believing is achieving. All right, Texas in the house. Caden, how you doing, man? Yo, Caden was on a four-wheeler. Caden, I thought you were gonna get stuck in that mud, man. I'm telling you. This is this. Oh, let me get the label around. Old Smoky Moonshine and Slurpee. Don't sleep on mixing your Slurpees up. Me pesa mucho la polla. No 100%. ¿Cómo se dice? ¿Comprehende? No, that's not the word I'm looking for. No sabes. No, still. Torian says only have to vacuum seal half of it because they'll eat the other half of it going down the road. You might absolutely be correct. Have you done the chuck roast brisket style yet? No, I haven't. No, I haven't. Kirk, I can attest that root beer shine was pretty dangerous, but you know, some of us have built up tolerances, and you know, we're strong like bull. Oh, trust me, I'm good. You Dogfather, you need to go back on some of the previous live streams. Yeah, because this is nothing. Like I did not. I just simply mixed the two together. Yeah. Rhonda the Honda. Oh, Rhonda the Honda. Made it through that thick Texas mud. That's sure enough, man. You were doing it. I was impressed. Nah. Kurt, Rich. Like I said, I'd much rather, like I said, I want to clear it with the person that sent it to me, only because I just want to make sure that they're okay with it. But I believe I know this person is gonna be cool with it, and I think your channel is deserving of it. Of all the people that I watch, your channel is deserving of it. I tried to use it for myself. But because of how I film my videos, I don't do as much filming on my phone. So I think you might get better use out of it. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna get sleepy. This morning I actually slept in to like 4:45. Torgy says he couldn't agree with you more. He did the same exact thing and they turned out like butt. Wasted good money on ribs. I've improved the octane too. It's officially dangerous. How dangerous is it? Speaking of my cousin, she just sent me a message on Instagram. Jack, you know what? I watched that video, the shop tour. You didn't show that smoker at all. I don't even believe you have an ashtray at the middle of your shop. Yep. Thanks, Rich. Nope, no worries, Rich. I was going to say, are you on Instagram, Rich? Because that's the easiest way would be to send me a direct message on Instagram. You see some of that live stream, anyone. So, I want to try one of the amazing smoker basket, like for the Big Green Egg, the like the charcoal basket type thing. That's what you're talking about. What? Hold on. Time out. Caden. All right. Now, Caden is only what? 15? Caden? 16? No, he's got to be 16 at this point because he's got that truck. Caden said he cooked himself a mean bowl of cereal this morning. Yo, can we get a round of applause for Caden? Yo. I mean, yeah. Big Reggie Reg, what's going on? Ken, man, not a worries. Yeah. Kirk, you're funny. Let's see. Myself included, all right? Drink. So you remind me, if I scratch my, my inadvertently and I don't realize, just comment drink, all right? Like I said, that's remnants of a Slurpee. That's remnants of a Slurpee, so it's nice and chilled. Jamal, you didn't miss anything. We were just talking about what keeps you motivated. Like, what is it that makes you not want to give up? This new HD antenna for the day. Crip walking. Big Reggie Reg, yo, your RV is pretty dope. Like it is dope. Let's see. Don't bash on these kids for cooking breakfast. Most of them I see. Social justice warriors. All right, Rich. Take the hint. Reggie Reg, man, I'm digging. I think I need to turn notifications on, but then again, I don't know. Maybe I just have been missing. I've been busy at work and trying to get videos done for you guys and things like that. So I may have missed the video if I haven't seen. Well, people really enjoy barbecue. All right, so Jamal says he keeps him motivated is when people really enjoy his barbecue. That keeps him going, especially when he's better than half the restaurants out here. You know what I have been finding? Yeah, buddy. Preston said watching Fletcher Cox get up off that turf and still beast off motivating me. Yep, definitely. Oh, dang it. You guys are watching. All right. It's gonna be a long night. I might have to put this back in the freezer so it stays cold. I'll be right back. Y'all be on it too. Jeez, I totally forgot about it that quick. Man, now I know how other folks feel. Oh. Rich says he shaved a week ago and already has a full coverage. It's great when he wants a beard, but it sucks the other 7 months a year. Oh man, Ken's got to fire up the pit this weekend and do a couple hams. It's getting chilly. Hold on. They need a supply of smoked ham for his 15 bean soup. That 15 bean soup, I think we talked about before. It sounds pretty good. No, I will not. It is only 9:30. Man, stop it. Song vapor stuck in my head after seeing the words Dog Father Barbecue. You might need to track that. Oh, I have the track. Torgy, I'm aware. Speaking of watching, man, what's up, man? What you forgot about us? You don't put up videos anymore? What's going on? What happened? Steaks, all right. Like you cook we're just gonna let it go. All right, and when the beans get mushy, break out the stick blender. Yeah, I need to get a stick blender. I don't have one. That's like, not that I really need a stick blender, but not that I need any of the toys and tools that I have, but a stick blender would be cool. Hearst beans agement. All right, nice. Let it go, Preston. All right, so Big Reggie says 37 people watching and only 17 thumbs up. Come on, man. Smash that like button for the big dog. That's what's up, man. Uh-oh, Kirk, yeah. Preston. It's all right, Gabe. We only getting on you because, you know, we like you. You know, you're like the little brother. That's what happens. I know, cannot trust me. If you guys think I have a lot of smokers, you should see some of the stuff I have around my kitchen. Not that I am a big like gimmicky gadget buyer, but I do buy tools. I buy tools from around my house, in the garage, as well as in the kitchen. I didn't scratch. I was just holding my hand here, but okay, you're. I have beer outside, so I will get some beer after this is done. I'm not drinking another thing of moonshine. I can't. I had to delete that video. Some of you guys were here for that one. Eric Moreno, ¿qué te pasa? Walmart. Nice, Ken. All right. I will definitely keep that in mind. Kenny, how you doing? Oh. Man, Caden, we're not going to talk about that. I was talking to one of my... now, that was legitimate. I was talking to one of my coworkers today. He was telling me that he had a box and he was doing some work on his son's car. And I told him, I'm like, yo, I know it's a Volkswagen. On the rear brakes, you're going to need a special brake tool to spin the caliper back. So he's like, oh, you know, I'm going to go ahead and order one so I can have it. No, Preston. He's like, I'm going to go ahead and order one so I can have it for when I need to do the brakes again. I said, all right. So he ordered it. He forgot he ordered it. And then, you know, he said he wasn't the one that brought the box in the house. He was telling me, he was like, yo, I can't find the caliper tool. And he found the caliper tool, nonetheless, over the weekend. Keep your hands from your face or you'll be hurting in the morning. Man, I don't Uh, so Dogfather, oh, I'm gonna let that go. I don't. I think it's more of a I'm fidgeting, just like a nervous energy type thing. I'm actually just sitting here talking to you guys, and I'm fidgeting with my hands. Uh, so like I playing with my fingernails. So I kind of think that me now this is intentional. This is not unintentional. So me just doing like this is just a fidget. Yeah, it's a Slurpee shine tonight, Eric. I had some Slurpees with my kids earlier today, and I purposely saved some to mix with some moonshine so that I would have a good drink. Ken, he didn't want to ruin the caliper, but in the pinch, that would definitely come in handy. Slurpee shine it is. You know what, Ken? Oddly enough, I was doing the brakes on my past car, which was a Jetta, and I broke the caliper tool. And I was like, it was a Sunday night, and it was late, and I had to drive to work the next morning. And when I say I like crapped the brick for about about a half an hour until I realized I had that welder. And when I say I put the worst craptastic weld, I want to cut it apart now because the one that I have, I broke it. I want to cut it apart and re-weld it. That's how bad of a job I did welding. But it worked. I got it done. So, yeah. Brandon, how you doing this evening? Slurpee Shine, yes. Cores is good. I have a couple cores still laying around the house. Hey, Joshua, how you doing? Oh boy, Joshua says he's doing a barbecue competition in 2 months. That's like tomorrow, man. You better start practicing. Yes, definitely. Good luck on the competition. He said he gets icy every day. Wilma Jeeps, man. I used to. All right, I think that qualifies. Yeah, buddy. I saw that, Brandon. I thought you were gonna smoke something, but I did see him off Friday. My house to be able to do smoke in his own backyard, have a garage for his RX-7. J Rody Mount, I completely understand. High quality H2O. I like the pellet smoker. So I filmed a video yesterday, but it probably won't be up until next week. And I apologize, but when you guys ask me about things, I try to be honest and upfront. So when we do these live streams, you guys get like the behind the scenes schedule of when things could go up. So or be uploaded. Give me a second. Chevy. Oh, Caden, here you go. You know what, J. Rotary? I don't think I did. Did I put it in the video? I don't know. I might just have to throw up a clip. Like, if I find it on my phone, I might just have to throw up the clip because I filmed it on my phone. I think that was the problem. C. Rich said he got his first smoker for Christmas, and this year was his first brisket. And he said it turned out near perfect thanks to me. Man, I doubt it, but if you want to blame me for your no, I'm just saying, man. That's what's up, man. That's the whole point of me doing, these videos that I do is because I really want to help the next person not to have to struggle like I did. All right, Ken says 10 Cup Whiskey. Joshua Walker, he said he's loving his Traeger Timberline 1300. I think that qualifies too. All right, Joshua says he really just fries them. All right. All right, Preston. Okay, Not that frog legs are something that are readily available for me. All right, cool. Dogfather says she be getting this M16 grill review shot this weekend, as well as a restaurant review. Dogfather, how old are your kids? Just humor me. Bought frog legs from the Restaurant Depot, $38 for 5 pounds. Really? The Restaurant Depot up near me doesn't supply frog legs. Huh. Even the monster legs. It's coming back. Don't worry. I cannot not do the beard. Like it is a part of my personality. Yeah, that was it, man. It was, and that was the only time. Like that was the only time I had my phone out or was capable of filming it. Like I saw it, and that thing was stupid clean. It was clean. I use Corel Video Studio Ultimate, but I'm not actually happy with it. The last time I had an issue, and it's just been a matter of sometimes you know how the devil you know is better than the devil you don't. So, like, I had an issue where I was trying to use two cameras, and while trying to use the two cameras, the software actually it kept crapping the bed. Like seriously. I haven't seen frog legs in either of the restaurant depots I frequent, Kurt. But the whole thing was the video's editing software crapped the bed, so I was very unhappy. And what ended up happening was the person that helped me to try to resolve the issue, she basically had me hard reset the software. Now, did it work? Kinda. Did it still crap the bed? Yes, but at least it recognized both of the file formats that I needed, so I was able to get the video done. But it totally wiped out like all of my title templates, the things that I saved, all of the shortcuts that I had saved, and other things like that. So I had honestly been thinking about trying to make the switch to like Sony Vegas or whatever it's called now, because I have a decent understanding of how the video editing software works. So it's kind of like if I know what I'm looking for it to do, I just have to find it in a new software and then figure out from there. Love being in the South. I can spend an hour and get 10 pounds. Golly. Golly, man. 8th and 4th. Gosh, man. Well, at least your kids are a little older than mine are, and they would probably. The problem I have is when I tell them, I'm like, hey, I need you guys to be quiet. I'm trying to do a video. They're like, okay. Boom, boom, boom. or you know, sneezing or doing whatever, and you know, dropping stuff, and just it can be frustrating sometimes. Joshua, I say the same thing again, but my wife's birthday is December 18th, so I shave for her. Local butchers. Jamal, where are you? Hey, you know, don't fault the man for having 4 girls. Is the boy the youngest? Smoking and frying some gator, deer, dove, and pheasant this weekend. All right, Brandon, keep me posted on Instagram. Preacher Man Black says frog legs need to be battered and deep fried. Okay. I was wondering. So, to be completely honest with you, lots of folks love Premiere, but there is apparently a very steep learning curve. Let you know. Golly, 4 girls still. Hey, Joshua, thank you, sir. Preston says frog legs are good pan fried with butter and garlic. I agree. I've had some I like sauteed like that too. Eric says, for girls, damn. Sorry, dog. J Rotary, man, shoot. You gotta get in line. I tell you what, John down in Florida, you know, I gotta go to Florida first. Let's put it that way. I gotta go to Tampa to see Man About a Horse before I can go to LA. Oh, Ken. Oh, damn it. I'm trying to think. What was the name of that place? We were in Austin and Taco Cabana? I think maybe it was Taco Cabana. But yo, there's some good tacos from Taco Cabana. I'll be back. I gotta go get beer now. The good thing about it being cold outside is the beer can stay outside. So I'll keep up with this little drinking game, and I'll drink every time I scratch. So yeah, you don't hear them right now, and I do a pretty good job of editing videos, trust me. The video that, what was I cooking? I can't remember what it was. Oh, I did some burgers and stuff on the trigger, and my wife called, and I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to cook dinner. She's like, oh, okay, blah, 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 blah. I'm trying to film a video. She's like, oh, okay, blah, 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 blah. Put number 3 on. I'm just gonna go ahead and form these patties, and I'll have to, you know, do what I need to do in post. That's how I felt about it. Ken, you're funny. My wife would never, I'd never hear the end of it. Holy smokes, man. Have a good one. Thank you so much for hanging out. Yeah, Jay Roder, you know what's crazy? I saw the LA teachers protesting, and they were in the rain on Monday, and I was like, yo, it never rains in Southern California. All right. Yes, it's bad. Dude, man, I tell you what, man. So I was in Austin, and where we were staying, we were right on I-34. Yeah, I-35. And it was like, there's 3 hotels right near each other, and then the very next exit is like Taco Cabana and what is the name? I don't think it was Texas Roadhouse. It was like Texas Land and Cattle, and then there was Twin Peaks. So we were right in like central Austin. But Taco Cabana at like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning after leaving from 6th Street, best thing ever. And then I would go in there in the morning and get like bean tacos. What? Yo. I'm not even gonna lie, man. It was good. It was good. And you know what? Who was in LA? Because I was in LA one time, and I stopped at his taco truck on the PCH, and it was years ago. I was in Fresno for work, and I drove down to LA, and I was trying to drive to LA. Didn't actually make it to LA proper, but I got to like LA County, I got to LA County and hit traffic, and then went west on the 10 and went out to Burbank, or actually was in Burbank, went west on the 10, and then went out to Santa Monica. I put my feet in the Pacific Ocean. Okay. I drove up and down Mulholland Drive. Big car guy here. So I drove up and down Mulholland Drive. I drove up and like not up and down, but like up around Sunset Boulevard and like the PCH, and then like did this whole crazy loop thing. But and I stopped at a taco truck and got tacos while I was out there. So technically I've had tacos in LA before. Kirk, man, don't do that. Oh boy. You're an Austin dog father? Oh yeah. Hey, the thumbs up. But yeah, man, I appreciate that. All you need is Blackstone, so you don't carne asada. You know what, Tyler? I have been seeing folks get those Blackstones, and yeah, All right, that's Money Bear right there. I totally agree. Yeah, well, I'll brush up on my Spanish if you want to take me to a real Mexican party. I'm sure. You know what, man? I would love to get into the position, or be in a position to be able to travel and link up and meet up with some of you guys. Like seriously, I think it would be awesome. This is the fans too rowdy, don't like Dallas or UT. I know it's because I'm here though. What up, barbecuers? William, how you doing? Oh, Ken. So you know what's crazy? Um, there is a taco spot down here. I can't remember the name of it, but it was featured on Guy Fieri's Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. And it just so happened I used to teach like 5 minutes down the road. I remember seeing it on TV, and I'm like, wait, where is that place? Hold up. Yo, that's right there, 175 on Route 1. I know exactly where that is. So my students on Saturdays, we would take field trips. We would all go to lunch together. And I'm like, yo, we're going to this gas station. And I'm like, what going to a gas station for? I'm like, yo, they got tacos and stuff in the gas station. And you know, it was a gas station, but it was great because it was like, excuse me, 3 grandmothers in the back. Each of them had like one meat that they were cooking. And it was like the grandson grandson up in the front, or whoever is up in the front. He was taking orders half in English, and he was yelling back to the grandmothers in the back. You know, the abuelas and the tias back there. And yo, me encanta tacos de lengua. All right. I really like the beef tongue tacos. Off the hook. Y'all gonna make me have to make a field trip down there. You ain't never lie, man. Dog father, yo. This is before being lit was being lit. It was just, that's what happened when we came off 6th Street. So, oh. Thanks, Ken. Yo, yes. frog leg taco. Okay. Go right ahead, Brandon. Yeah, I'll come over there, Kirk. I just got Kirk, man. It's nothing personal. My calendar fills up. And if it's not stuff to do with the kids and around the house, then if I have an opportunity to make some money, I'm gonna make the money over spending money. You know, no offense, but you are 2 hours away in one direction. So, not that I don't like hanging out with you, because I know you going, whew, we're gonna throw down. So I'm just worried about the 2 hour drive back usually. Tacos de canasta? What is that? Huh, all right. Valentina Tex-Mex. Where is that? Hey, Rich man, thank you. Glass break video. All right. All right. Thank you, sir, very much, Rich. You have a great evening. Steel Drum Smokers on Instagram. Check out Dogfather's Barbecue. Dogfather's Barbecue channel. I approve. I told you, my uncle hit me up and talked to me about doing like collaborative live streams. So soon. All right, I'm looking forward to steak. What setup I have? Oh man, you guys. All right. 6th Street is junk. I've never been that drunk on 6th Street, but you know, I tell you what, the last time I was down there, there was a bar. It was called like the bookstore, or like it's something to do with like a college bookstore. Something. I was in Texas for 5 days. After day 2, I sat down at the bar and the bartender poured me. She didn't pour me. So what I was doing was they had Long Islands. They were like 2 for $5 or $6. So I would order 2 Long Islands in the water, and she would put down all 3 as soon as I sat down after like the 2nd or 3rd day. And you know, I sat down, and I'm like, "Hey, how's it going tonight?" And she's like, "You want the regular?" Regular? I have a regular here? Like what? And she's like, "Hold on." And she makes 2 Long Islands, or she makes enough to make 2 Long Island portions, and she puts them down like doom, and then she puts down a cup of water. Man, let me tell you, it's good when people know what you're drinking. Well, Z Kirk, tacos covered in a blanket when they're hot. They're basically okay. Oh, dang it. Man, El Pastor already chopped up and ready to go. Now, Kane, what'd you do in your truck? Now, almost bit, Chuck. I almost bit. Did you see me take the breath? Almost. But I tell you, the bartenders on the cruise ship, they knew I was like Norm. Ken, thank you so very much for hanging out. Nice, Caden. That's what's up. Be careful with the loud music. All right. El Pastor Taco in Mexico City. Sheesh. I just want some tortas, all right? I really just want some tortas. See? J Rotary, this is how it happens. Dogfather, when we start requesting videos, man, it's all downhill from there. Yo, Asios hasta la bye-bye, bunny shoes, arriba McIntyre. Oh, man. That's hilarious. Arriba McIntyre. Yeah. I bet they do, Caden. Yeah. Buenos nachos. It's like, what's the only type of cheese you can't have? Nacho cheese. Buenos nachos. Sounds like something I would say to my kids. You know, dad jokes. Anyway. What's a noisy pepper do? I don't know. What? It's just Dormax, but love that. Yeah, I could talk so much trash because the truck's not diesel, but I'm going to let it go. Nosy. Get all up in your jalapeno business. I get it. So, Dogfather says, with me being up there in the Northeast, how much seafood do I cook and what? So, usually, majority of seafood I cook is just for my family. I don't do any barbecue-ing type of seafood. You might be right. The Dormax or your truck? Because I'm pretty sure my van will tow your truck. Just saying. And it's a 6-liter Ford. But so Dogfather, let's see. I do a lot more shrimp than anything. I also do crabs, but you gotta think about it like this. It's easier and faster for me to order crabs from a place and have them steamed there than it is for me to necessarily steam crabs at home. But I tell you what, one of the most liked pictures I had last year was a bag of, I guess it was about a half a bushel or a bushel of crabs. And that was when I was at a friend's house. And we steamed them, you know, in his driveway. And it was good. It was real good. Are we getting any snow? Dude, we just had like 6-8 inches of snow over the weekend on Sunday. And we're going to be getting another 6-8 inches of snow this weekend. Catfish, oysters, muskrat? Muskrat? I don't know about that. All right. Oysters down in Charleston. Blue crab, yes, sir. So down there in Austin, excuse me, as of late, a lot more of the blue crabs have been coming from the Gulf of Mexico than they have the Bay, the Chesapeake Bay. For whatever reason, the crabs get bigger. Obviously, probably because it's warmer. they get bigger sooner down in the Gulf than they do in the Bay. So more often than not, the crabs that are up in this area are actually shipped and sent from the Gulf than there are pulled from the Bay. Right, Kate. Tell me more. Yeah, Eric, this par for the course, man. We get snowstorms like this every year. John Lewis Barbecue. Yeah, he's from here in Austin. No, I have not. I've been the last time I was down in Austin. Shoot, it has been. It's probably been 8, 10 years since I've been in Austin. You funny. So I have a friend or coworker. He lives in New Braunfels, and he basically says there in Texas they get one snow/ice day a year. No, not had muskrat. Not necessarily looking forward to it either. Yeah, well, I mean, your Vortec probably has a better gear set than my truck does. My van has got gears for tone. I have a 3/4 ton truck where you're half ton. Okay, yeah, definitely. It might drag me. You're absolutely correct. But if I put 15,000 pounds on my bumper versus putting 15,000 pounds on your bumper, now mine is rated to tow 10. I'm saying I'm putting 1.5 times what it's rated for. It'll tow it with no problem. Just it's okay. Oh, okay. So you also have a half-ton truck. I have a 3/4 ton truck. I have an E350, dog. E350. My rear end is is not rated. It's not geared for speed. Trust me. All right, all right. Most lug nuts. So I have he's got a 20. If he has a 2500, then he's got 8 lugs, 6 lugs, 6 lugs, 8 lugs per wheel. Nah, I don't know about that. Nah, it's okay. We're talking about the truck. I know when I said it, I thought about it. Trust me, I wasn't going to acknowledge though, but yeah. Mm, trust me, I thought about it. Savage. Thank you for commenting and coming in at exactly the most inopportune time. Mhm. All right, well, man, half ton. Okay, so the 1500 is a half ton, the 2500 is 3/4. So then my E350 is that considered a full ton? I don't know. I mean, don't give me the line. Let's see, meet up for a pulling competition. And look, I know I have far less into Vanna than he probably has. Oh, it is a 1 ton? Thank you, Chuck. What? Whoa. No. I mean, I'll probably still have less than into my van than he has into his pickup truck, and there's no comparison. Mine is diesel. It's better just because it's diesel. On my van has 157,000 miles on it. Texas does not win. Y'all full of it. Y'all so full of it. Anyway, so we are in the second hour. Usually the first hour I try to focus. Sorry about your luck, Kaden. I don't know what you want me to say. You're closer to a rebuild, excuse me, or it blowing up than I am? I don't know. Where did I get my first brisket? I think I got my first brisket from like Sam's and challenge. Savion Glover would be appreciative. Yeah, you can't tow anything with a rotary truck. Oh, Henry, let's not even talk about it. Don't even go there. All right. It wasn't the other day. It was months ago, and I've got mine fixed. And I bought it and it was problematic. Yeah. Alan, yeah. Rotary truck equals towed, not towing. You're absolutely correct. But you know what? A rotary truck looks and sounds great. Yeah. Yeah, but you know what, Caden? See, here's the thing. You probably have had that truck in your family since 2003. I bought my van last year, and I had no mechanical history or anything. Dang it. No mechanical history or anything like that prior to me owning it. So, leaving me stranded, yes, it did. But I have, yeah. Eric, man, thank you so very much for hanging out. Please hit that thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do. And hit the bell for the notifications. Alan, you're a smart man. Again, Caden, I believe the difference between yours and mine is the maintenance was performed on yours, where I don't know what was performed on mine. Bye, Eric. Bye, Eric. Waving bye to Eric. Bye, Eric. Have a good evening. Thanks for hanging out. Hopefully you can read between those wiggling lines. Oh, dang it. See what you did? Caden, I believe it. I'm knocking on wood for you, dog. Kurt, that's what's up. It's Miller Lite, man. It's called a drink, not a sip. You see, I pulled two out. I wouldn't say out of the cooler. So it's cold enough here where one of the advantages of it being the winter is it's cold enough that you can leave your beer outside. I left my beer outside. Well, how many miles you got in your truck, William? Thermal hog hunt? What is that? Bought the car 250,000. My brother just sent me a picture of my Jetta, 270,000 miles on it. I'm so happy he sent me that picture. That's what's up. Okay, Caden, I sure will. She sells seashells by the seashore. Longer videos? Seriously? Man, I thought like a 10 to 12-minute video was long enough. The last like 2 videos I put up, excuse me, were like 20 minutes. Longer videos? Man. I can't read anything 3 times quickly, man. Shoot. And then you want me to do it inebriated? Hold on, time out. She shells. See, already you messed up. you know what it is already. This is a field sobriety test, and I'm not even walking. So let's try this. See, the problem is I'm geeking, so I can't even read it with a straight face because she sells seashells by the seashore. So she sells seashells by the seashore. She sells seashells by the seashore. She sells seashells by the seashore. It's close enough. And that's all I'm doing. 30 to 45-minute videos. Yo, you trying to get my man? Nobody. I don't, Dogfather. You know what? Seriously, the problem is when you start drinking and trying to cook, you get sleepy. Or at least I do. So it ends up taking me longer than, I won't say normal, but it usually takes me longer when I'm drinking or have been drinking and start cooking. It's not a good idea. Chuck, you have to build up to be able to have or get to the point where people will sit for a 20-minute video. From experience, I feel like that's one of the things. So don't go jump out the gate. The only reason I say that is because I can look at the analytics and I can tell how long people are watching the videos. The watch time of my videos has gone up because I've built that rapport. I've gotten to the point where people I'm gonna say they don't care about how long the videos are. Now, anyway, but they're watching. They're not bored with the videos. They're actually listening and watching to see what I'm doing, to get that information. Hopefully that makes sense. I don't know how to put it. Like I've got to the point where people are accepting of longer videos. Let's put it that way. So you can't just jump out the gate with a 20-minute video. People are going to get bored and they're not going to watch them. I don't care how interesting your content is. You have to build up to that. She sells shells, Kirk. Party time. Well, I appreciate that, but I know what the limitations are, and the limitations are like even when I had like a 25-minute video, I would break it down into 2 12 or like a 13 and a 15-minute video or a 12 and a 13-minute video to get to 25. My math is not that bad. A barbecue movie, man. There is a barbecue movie. Is the Australians have put out a barbecue movie. Anybody in Australia? What is it? It's got to be like 10 o'clock in the morning down there, down under. Yeah. Kate and I have done like day in the life before, so I don't really do a whole bunch of vlogging. One, because there's just some aspects of my life that I'd like to keep, my own. But I have done like some of the longer videos, like the video I did when I did a New Year's Eve cook. I started out the day and I went to go get fuel and Vicky, and then I went to the restaurant depot, and then I cooked, and then all those things. So Kate, now I have done like a day in a life type videos, and some of the videos, but I feel like and this is my own personal, I feel like a lot of you guys are here for barbecue content and want to have a 25-minute video and there's like 3 minutes of me actually doing barbecue. Some of you guys are kind of upset about that. The dislikes and the watch time are proof. Though I try to keep it interesting and I try to, talk about other things that contribute to my barbecue, it doesn't always work out. And I know that. Jay Roder, you funny, man. Sally sells seashells. She sells seashells. Who she? Sally sells. Anyway, more meat porn. I try. It is a slow period for me, a slow time. So that's why a lot of the videos I've been doing have been me using Traeger. Tomorrow is Thursday. I work late on Thursday, so I won't be home to be able to cook. So usually I do my best cooking on Monday, Tuesday, and or Wednesday, or the weekend. So we shall see what I can get into this weekend. That's a very good question. So, and you guys, Dogfather, you know, like I live in a city, all right, and I make no apologies for the background noises that are in the city. I think the biggest thing that is an annoyance to me is when I say the ums and the ahs, because I had somebody point it out to me, and now that they've pointed it out to me, I've become hyper aware. But then at the same time, I also am limited to like the camera angles. Like I wish the side of my house, I wish it was like a foot wider. If it was a foot wider, like some of the shots that I could get would be better, because I'm limited, because the patio, the porch on the side of my house is only like 5 foot wide and the grill takes up 2.5 feet of it maybe. So it's difficult for me to get like different shots. So that's one of the things that is hard for me. Like I have a shot in my mind that I want to get and it just doesn't work out. Or I'll have something I want to say or a point I'm trying to make and I just can't get that point out. So I'll try to do better in taking multiple takes, but it doesn't always work out that way. It is cold outside. It is a 2001 Dodge Dakota, so it's a regular cab short bed V6. My father-in-law sold me that truck, and actually, that is on my things to do list. I want to sell that truck. The problem I had was I tried to sell it, and I listed it on Craigslist, but I didn't have a title in hand. I lost the title, but when I cleaned out my Jetta, I found the title because I put one of the titles in the Jetta. But that's the truck that's in there. Kirk right now, so I can get Bessie up to temperature and up. And when I say up to temperature, I usually allow Bessie to burn for about a half an hour, 45 minutes minimum, wide open. And she will go up to 300, 350 degrees. It'll be cooler in the winter, but in the summer, she'll be rolling at 450 in 45 minutes. Easy. Even with the water pan full. Because, oh, dang it. Seriously? I'm a man of my word. Oh no. Chuck, you're absolutely right. It was not. This doesn't count, does it? Because that's just, I'm sure you probably would say it was. Facebook Marketplace. I know, Caden. I don't know. It's one of those things where I'm not pressed to sell it. I could use the room in my garage, but I'm not pressed to sell it. The truck has some issues, but it's a solid truck. The truck has been sitting in my garage for like 5 years now, at least. And I just kind of was holding on to. Actually, shoot, it's probably been longer than that. I've been holding on to it because I needed. Everybody needs a knock around pickup truck, and that's why I got it from my father-in-law. He sold it to me for a couple $100. So. My specialty dish, what I'm known for is my brisket, but I'm just gonna claim it. My brisket in this area, there's few that'll touch it. Kirk, you're right. I thought about doing that, putting up like a not a backdrop, but I thought about putting like a background on one of the garage doors, like almost like a green screen. But the problem with that is that would mean I would have to film outside in the garage. And this time of year, when I'm filming outside in the garage, it's cold and miserable. And then during the summer, for lack of a better word, I try to keep the garage doors open for the exact opposite reason, because it gets too daggone hot in the garage. Huh. That's what's up, J Rotary, man. That's what's up. Chuck, I can imagine it's not always cracked up to be sometimes, though. I'm telling you, it's it's good to be out of the wind, but there's still times when the wind affects my cooks. When the wind is coming just in the right direction, and the wind blows right in that stovepipe, and I can see the heat and the smoke being pushed out of the intakes on the firebox. Yeah. Dogfather says he finds out that he needs to write out his film project, or else he's end up doing what he's doing. His burger video was supposed to be a Gabby Grills review turned into y'all watching me cook burgers, which is fine though. All right, so this is what I'm gonna tell you, and I tell you, I can tell, and this is just me guessing, but you must work in TV. You have to, because there's no way that you haven't done some sort of professional videography or video editing or taken some classes or some schooling or something along that as far as filmography, because it shows. All right, your videos are more than polished. Don't be too hard on yourself. It will take time to get to the point where you can stay on track. Even I have a problem staying on track. And I find that I don't plan my videos out, and I try to be spontaneous, because to me, the spontaneity begets me being genuine. If I plan everything out, then I feel like, oh my gosh, I'm going to turn the burgers now. I'm going to turn my steak. I feel like, no, it's too robotic, it's too scripted. I just can't do that. Rather support just seeing old trucks taking around the floor. Yeah. Yeah, your cold and my cold are two different colds. Oh, Chuck, I completely understand, and I know where you're coming from. Chuck, whatever happened? So I guess that spot that you had when you couldn't cook for them, you still haven't been able to go back, I guess. I take it I haven't seen any posts or anything like that. Hmm. Hmm. That's what's up, man. Like, I'm impressed. I'm like I said it before, and I'm completely honest. I'm impressed. G Rotary says he's gonna do it right by himself. He just wants to build it right to do multiple things. That's it right there. If you build it to do one thing, then you're just gonna be able to do one thing on it, and it'll end up sitting, and you'll use something else to do the other thing. Hmm. That's what's up, man. Dog Crawl, I did the same thing. Oh well, my intro. I like I said, my friend hooked it up. Like my friend who did the intro is the same friend that got me my new shirts. When I say killed it, this is when it pays to have friends that are graphic designers. Killed it. I want to get him to redesign my like billboard shirts, my barbecue shirts that have my business information on them front and back. Only problem is for me to get them printed through his company, they're going to be expensive. So that's it. Oh, Chuck, sorry to hear that. Hmm. Yeah, Chuck, I hear you. I can imagine, Caden. Shoot. Mm, nice. Jerseys. Man. Yeah, I suck. I only have one like official jersey, but it's like a nice Mitchell and Ness jersey. I spent a lot of money on this jersey, and it was like it was. I had the jersey that I have, and of course, it's the Eagles jersey. It's a Jerome Brown jersey. So some people don't know who Jerome Brown is. Caden says this is a redneck cruise ship. Shoot, I guess it ain't a John boat, so it is a cruise ship compared to a John boat. A houseboat turns any bed into a waterbed. This one, Jay says he want to do a pizza oven above the wood fire pit, while on the side a chamber to smoke his meats as well as just a regular charcoal grill. So here's my take on that. You ever seen one of those like so? How many of you were in the Boy Scouts? Just like put up a number three. And there's only 14 of you guys hanging around at this point because we're an hour and a half in. So I know who the real folks are. But all right, so Boy Scouts. Remember the Boy Scout knife? It had four things on it. There was like a long knife, a Phillips type screwdriver, a flathead, and like a can opener, right? That was like perfect. I got a knife from my sister-in-law after she got married, and it had like 10 attachments on it. There were like some scissors and some, of course, a knife, and there was like a saw, and there was this, and there was that. Hold on a second, let me check this. This is my. Oh, come on, son, really? It's 10 o'clock at night, and he wants a ticket number for Something going on at work. Not tonight. You didn't miss anything, Kurt. William. So Kate said he never was. But the point I'm trying to make is there comes a point when you put too much utility on something. So you kind of have to figure out how much or how many things you want something to do. You don't want to overdo it. That's basically in a nutshell. Yeah, corkscrew. Sorry, Savage, you're right. There was a corkscrew on that Boy Scout pack too. But you, like I said, you know, don't try to make it do every single thing in the same thing, because then you'll be trying to do too much and it won't be able to do one thing well enough. That's how I feel. Goodness. I am tired. I have not done a whole pig. I feel like as many people keep asking me about it, it'll probably be something that gets done this year. Hey, don't knock the wine that the Boy Scouts drank, man. Don't knock it until you tried it. You're right though, there was a corkscrew also. Caden, I'm not sure. I have not very much plans for travel this year, 2019 so far. Usually right around like the first or second week of the summer. Right before school starts. We usually go away on vacation. La Caja China is the way to go. So, I mean, I would love to do a China box to cook a whole hog. The problem is, one, I have to buy the China box. They're like $200, $250 in this area. I have looked them up. And then I would need a whole hog. I'll wait. Anybody want to make some donations? You know, feel free. I am not the richest man in the world, like, by any means. I would love to be able to afford to do some more stuff, but I have to stick with my budget. Yeah, I can imagine. Forget loaning it to me, man. We'd sit and cook one together. Yep, a China box is what it's called. That's what's up. Savage, that's what's up. Well, there is a link in the description. I said, you know, basically something about if you wanted to buy me a beer, help, you know, keep the channel afloat. And I mean, the meat that I buy and stuff like that, aside from the Porter and York videos, I've bought every single stitch of meat that I cooked by myself, with the exception of things that I've done for catered events. Let's see. All right, Kirk, I'll keep that in mind. Thanks, Caden. I appreciate that. No, you don't bury it. The China box is above ground. You basically put the pig down into the China box and you put your charcoal and stuff on top of it. So it's similar to if you had buried it in the ground, but you're not. What? 74-pound pig done in 4 hours. I don't know how that's possible. Wow. Hog roaster, all right. I know. Again, even if I built a China box, more or less, quote unquote, out of like cinder block, I could do one in my driveway. It wouldn't be that big of a deal, especially seeing as how I would do like cinder blocks and charcoal. It wouldn't be a big deal. Dog father, I tell you, on Wednesday nights, Wednesday nights they are a long day for me. I start my day at 4:15, 4:30 in the morning, and usually by 10:30, 11 o'clock, I try to be in bed, or at least I try to have on something that's watching me while I'm in bed. But the drinking doesn't help. It makes me tired. I'm be completely honest with you. Preston will tell you, Preston's probably not here any longer. But when I used to just straight drink the moonshine, man, after about half hour, 45 minutes, I was yawning. Ugh, that was on cue. You like that, don't you? Uh, man. But I yeah, it's a long day for me. But I really enjoy these, talks that we have, and I know I don't stay on topic, but I wanted to, like, today it was something, like, I will be completely honest with you. Um this afternoon I came home with the kids, they started their homework. I ran back out and run a quick errand. Might show you this video that I did. It'll be in another week or so though, so I apologize. I'm not going to tell you exactly what it was, but let me just say I had to run out, and I looked at a thing. So I ran out, looked at it, and I went to the market and I got dinner. And by the time I got home, like, the kids just, they made a mess in the kitchen. I'm not gonna blame, specific one. I'm not gonna drop it down on a specific one. But there was a mess in the kitchen, and it just irks me. Like, when I'm trying to come home and cook, or I'm trying to cook, I need the kitchen to be a certain way. And the kitchen was a mess because somebody spilled some of the Slurpee, and somebody spilled some juice, and it was it was a bunch going on. So it was a little upsetting, and I'm like, yo, I went out and, one of the kids asked me to get something specific. And they're like, okay. So I go out, I spend a couple dollars, I get what I need, come back home. Like, I went out and got some snacks for you guys, some grapes and some other stuff. Dang it, I gotta go get another beer. But I'm like, the least you can do is make sure that when I try to cook dinner, the kitchen is clean, like the dishes are done and there's no juice spilled all over the floor, that type of stuff, right? So I was upset. That's when I was like, you know what? What keeps you motivated? Because at that point, I was like, yo, I don't feel like cooking nothing. Like, y'all can have cereal for dinner. Just because I don't want to have to clean up the kitchen to cook, then have to clean up the kitchen so that it's clean for the next cook. You know what I mean? So that's how this topic came about. But it was also because, like, seriously, how do you keep motivated to do the same thing? William's like, y'all gonna have cereal. But I try not to do that, man. Like, I really do. How come they can't sell decent corn liquor? They can. You can get decent corn liquor in the store. I'm sorry, I'm trying to catch up on comments. Kirk, man, I would love to. I need a oh man, that cutter I have might be good at cutting stuff apart now that I have it. Oh boy, just thinking. Caden, you're funny. Talking about sleep through first and second period. Preston, that's what's up. No problem. But Preston is one of the ones that brought it to my attention that when I drink the corn liquor, it makes me yawn and more tired. So that was why for a few weeks I just drank straight beer. Because, I like drinking with you guys because I feel like this is just us hanging out. And I don't feel like I'm as tired, if you will. No, Chuck, I did not buy the thing. Dogfather, I have everything. So All right, let me go get another beer. I scratched my chin again. Gotta turn off the thing. I'll be right back, guys. Hold on. All right. So, dog father, let's see here. So I have a library of, so I have a network attached storage on NAS, and in that NAS I have 3 terabyte drives set up in a RAID 1, which is shoot, this is affecting my memory. But basically, of the 4 drives, I have 3. That can't be right. No. Of the 4 drives, I have 3 of the 3 terabyte drives available for storage. So that's 9 terabytes basically available for storage. And I have like pictures on that drive. I have my videos on that drive. I have music on that drive. I used to have like, I am a digital hoarder. I used to be a digital hoarder. I used to have double-digit terabytes of data. Double-digit terabytes of data. I think at the highest point, my server had 15 terabytes of storage. And I lost the RAID controller. And when I lost the RAID controller, I lost 3 or 4 3 terabyte hard drives of like movies and TV shows and like, yeah. Currently, I walk around on the daily with a single 5 terabyte hard drive. And on that 5 terabyte hard drive, I have almost deleted all of anything that's not barbecue related. But what happens is, because now that I have that at my disposal when I'm editing on my laptop, that's when I do a lot more of the flashback videos and other things like that, because I talk about something and I'm like, oh, I just got to go find the video. And when I find the video, I'm able to incorporate 30 seconds or, you know, if that, of footage from a video from years ago. So at home, like I said, the network attached storage it's 4 3 terabyte hard drives, so that gives me about 8.5 terabytes of usable storage. And I carry on me personally, and that doesn't even include, because I do all of my editing and all of the video on that portable hard drive, and that's a 5 terabyte hard drive, and I'm running out of room. I have less than 600 gigs left on it. Yep. Absolutely right, Chuck. The decent corn liquor makers do not want to pay the tax. Oh my gosh. Kirk, I'd cut that out. Oh. Shoot, Caden, what you need? Yeah, buddy, I used to pirate big time. Big time. Nah. Dogfather, like I don't, because the videos take me so, and this is one of the things. I thought RAID 0 was straight. Well, no. So RAID 0 is JBOD, which is just big old drive. So I think it's RAID 1. If it's not RAID 1, then it's RAID 1.0 with parity. So don't get me to lying though. I am a computer geek, but I don't remember that. Like, I used to teach stuff like that. That's pretty good. My grandpa's very proud. Well done. Caden, this is what I tell you to do. All right. As someone who has done some welding, get into it, do it to make some money, but keep your options open to do other things. And that's me being 20 plus years your senior. All right. Doing things that you don't want to do as a means to an end can be great, and you could fall into something because you're doing something that you don't want to do, but you find something else that you do want to do. Don't block your blessings. Let's put it that way. All right. Hopefully you understand what I'm saying. Caden, being a hunter guide, being a hunter guide might be fun. It might be cool. Like me, I love doing barbecue because it's not the actual cooking, because the cooking is difficult, or it can be difficult. It's not the actual, hard work that happens, right? I like the interaction of talking to different people. I like that feeling of someone coming up and liking what I have. But I mean, you're in Texas, man. What if you go out and weld on an oil rig or something like that? You can get paid buku bucks and have money, or excuse me, time to be you could be a freaking hunting guy for free if you make enough money welding in your, let's say you work, 312s, okay? You work, there's people that work 312s and then they have 2 days off or 3 days off. Man, figure it out. But don't block your blessings. That's what I'm going to say about that, all right? I want you to lament on that for a second. All right. So, Dogfather, let me just tell you. So he asked about, do I have a catalog of B-roll footage, or do I just film B-roll by the project? And he said he's finding himself driving around with his camera in the car, pulling over for B-roll footage. So, you sound like you've been watching a lot of Peter McKinnon. Peter McKinnon preaches B-roll. His videos are built around the B-roll. Hopefully you understand what I'm saying. And I feel like his videos will be incomplete without the B-roll. My videos, on the other hand, like, I've done some videos with B-roll and I'm walking out the door and walking down the steps and then walking down the driveway. You know how much longer those videos take to make? I don't have time for that sometimes. So have I thought about, like, bringing some of those elements back into the videos? Yes. But I've been there and I've done that. And I feel like sometimes I want the content or the context of the content to shine versus a distraction that's a filler so that I can get the video to 10 minutes. Hopefully that makes sense. I've heard of Moberg smokers. That's exactly it, Chuck. You're right. Yep. Shoot. Man, you better take $100 an hour, because that's crazy money right now. I mean, do you think about it? Do you know how much $100 an hour is making you? Yeah. Dog father, man, I'm telling you. All right. So Kirk, B-roll is if I'm cooking on the side of the house, as opposed to like me only showing you video of me cooking on the side of the house, like looking at my grill. That's when I walk out of the door of the house, or I'm walking into the house, or like you might see me throwing, excuse me, you might see me throwing the meat onto the counter, or like when I come up to I'm like, today, this is what we're doing. I got that from Peter McKinnon. Because the whole thing is, if I tell you what was going to happen in the video, you're more prone to want to see it happen. So, yeah. But I don't do a whole bunch of B-roll. William, is never too late. Caden, man, do it. I know I would be happy with a day's work at $100 an hour. Shoot. Exactly, Darian. Giovanni, it depends on your market. I think that qualifies. So, I prefer to sell whole wings, but there are times when you want to sell 2/3, so that nubby little bit, you can cut it off and you can fit more of them on your smoker. But the problem with that is people want that part. There's some people that like that part of the chicken wing. Now, if you do party wings, then of course you're going to be able to do, so party wings are all of the leg portion and the arm portion of the wing was not the tip withstanding, are going to give you the most room on your smoker because you can lay everything out, put everything so close together. Excuse me. But I don't know, it's not always about that. Yeah. All right, Kirk. I think you've been sleeping on the job, because there's been a couple times where I scratched and I had to do the drink thing myself. So, but, Dogfather, man, I think that, and I sat and had a conversation with a guy that does YouTube here in Baltimore, and I found out he was in Baltimore, and then we just linked up one day and we just sat and talked. Yes, Caden, I remember. I know that I could sit and thank you, Kirk, man. I appreciate that. I know that I could sit and we could just straight have an in-depth conversation. And that was one of the things when I did the SCA event with DC Cooks. All right, so Dadcraft. He and I were up in the hotel room, just not bouncing ideas off of each other, but because we were at similar places in our YouTube channels, our careers, it was so funny to be able to relate to someone else that was going through the same stuff I was going through, and vice versa. Like, people who comment on videos that just have no right comment on the videos, or people who comment and you're like, why are you watching my videos? Like, did you even watch the video? Like, why are you asking that question? And if you watch the video in its entirety, The question that you answered, dang it. All right, I'm going to get a good scratch out of this one. The question that you answered would answer your question. Poop pop. I know, Kurt. But that's the, I won't say problem. Do you want you to subscribe to my channel? It's not about what I want. I want to be a millionaire. So, freaking bad. Anyway, I think, yeah. Oh, well, Kate, maybe take a like Epsom salt bath, and you know you're 15, man. You're not, you're not so young anymore. Hey, you did a good job. You didn't get stuck, and no one had to rescue you, and all of that. Oh, Caden, it'll heal, man. Just take it easy. Wrap it up. Put some ice on it. Pour some heat on it. Sure enough, getting out of stuff, getting into stuff. Man, if only you knew. All right. So usually I do these for about 2 hours. Wait till you wake up and your whole body gets Rice Krispie. Like, yes, like, watch this. There you go. Dad noises. Forget dad jokes. Dad noises, huh? Yep. Shoot, I'd be too. You did a great job, and you didn't even get all dirty. You got slightly dirty, but I was expecting you to get way dirtier. Shoot, snap, crackle, and pop. It's like snap, crackle, pop. Ah, definitely. But Dogfather, like, seriously, using an electric blanket on high. Sure enough. Caden, don't laugh, man. That's going to be you in 15, 20 years. And then, let's put it this way. That's going to be you in 15, 20 years if you're lucky. That's what's up, man. Preston, I appreciate that. I really do. I think that's dope. I was asking my wife today, I said, I have a YouTube, it used to be YouTube Red, whatever it is now, subscription. It costs me $10 a month, and I don't watch commercials on YouTube any longer. It's one of the best investments I ever made, because as a YouTuber, I feel like that's a good investment. Just me. But now my kids are into YouTube, and I'm like, do I really want to spend the extra money to have the multiple accounts on YouTube's that are linked to me, to mine, so that they can be commercial free too? I don't know. What do you guys think? Caden says he hopes that he doesn't have the same bald spot as his dad. Usually, so Caden, maybe you haven't gotten to biology yet, but is it biology? I guess. Usually you can tell whether or not you're going to be bald by your mom. Baldness or male pattern baldness is it's passed down from your mother. So if you're maternal or mother's father, so your maternal grandfather was bald, you'll probably be bald as well. And Kirk says bald is beautiful. Yep. William beat me to it. Damn, Preston, thank you very much, man. I appreciate that. Hey, Dogfather, thank you very much, man. Huh. I did do some jerk chicken. Oh, wait. I think I cooked it. I don't think I showed a video on it. I'll just be quiet. There are some things that I do, but I don't always film videos on. Great hanging with you too, sir. Thank you very much. And I guess I have some chicken actually sitting out on the counter. I was gonna say I was gonna cook it tomorrow. Maybe not tomorrow. Chuck says both his grandparents were, I guess, or grandpops were bald. He was doomed either way. But yes, it is your maternal grandfather who will determine whether or not you are bald or not. Well, William, that's what's up. Don't be scared, Caden. I mean, yo, I tell you what, there are a lot of chicks that dig bald heads and beards. So as long as you can grow a beard, you'll be fine. Kirk says we're not bald, we're just taller than our hair. You're right, my hair grows on my face. It's scared to grow on the top of my head. It doesn't want to block my brain vibes. My brain vibes. Holy cow, Preston. That's what's up. Full head of hair till he passed away at 86. Good night. Man, I don't know what I would do. Preston says it's the same reason he has a beard. He hates shaving. You know what? When I don't shave my head now that I've been shaving my head all summer long, like I just kind of decided that this summer I was going to shave my head. So if you go back to the videos, I started shaving around. Oh, man. Oh, Caden. Seriously? Golly, don't do that. Whatever you do not grow a mullet. Like, let them stay on their own lonely island themselves. Don't do it, Caden. Don't do it. Kirk, man, it's liberating to me. I like it. It's Joe Dirte, okay? Dirte. But Kirk, see, the difference between you and them is you were old enough to have gone through having a mullet the first time. It was uncool. They're going through it now, and it's still uncool. But you can't tell them that. Golly. Don't try to church it up, boy. Your name's Dirt. Exactly. Dear Tay. He's like, oh my God, that's my daddy named you Joe Dirt. Darian, just know. Chuck, I'm not even gonna I'm not even gonna talk about that. Oh boy, y'all funny. All right, fellas. So if you haven't already, please do hit that thumbs up button for me. I'd greatly appreciate it. This has been another interesting conversation. Yeah. Never go to the Grand Canyon. You're absolutely right. Uh, so, I just want to say thank you guys for hanging out and telling me what motivates you, because those same things motivate me. I mean, definitely when someone tells me that, oh, this is the best brisket I've ever had. Oh man, this pulled pork is to die for. Or something is really, really good. Or even you see the smile on their face when, like, you know what the best thing is? Someone takes a forkful of whatever it is and they put it in their mouth and they're like, mm. Like that fist bite. When the eyes roll back in their head, they're like, mm. Caden, you know what? Depends on the cereal. What kind of cereal was it? Well, you know. Yes, William. When they stop for a second, it's like everything stops and they're just taking it in. That is the motivation, okay? Frosted Flakes. Man. Yeah, you ain't got no cinnamon. Jack! I don't even think I saw you comment earlier, man. Hey, Betty, how you doing? Oh wait, I did, because I asked about the tour. I didn't see. I said I didn't see the smoker on the tour. I almost, Jack, you didn't comment enough, man. Jack, you usually keep me on track, Jack. But Caden, like some cinnamon toast crunch, like that, I'd be impressed. Kirk, man, not a problem. All right, Jack. Thank you, sir. Walk me through that smoker. Like, really tell me what it is you do, and we gotta get you to we gotta get you to the next level. Definitely. No, nothing wrong with Frosted Flakes, but there are better cereals out there. William, you know it's crazy. I watched an interview with Aaron Franklin, and he talks about how he pretty much doesn't eat barbecue almost at all anymore. All right. Thank you, Jack. Oreo. I almost bought the Oreo cereal last time I was at Sam's. I didn't buy it, but I'm like, I was this close to getting it. Mm-mm-mm. I know I say thank you a lot to you guys, but I really do mean it. I know you guys have other things to do aside from hang out with me for 2 hours or more, like tonight, on a Wednesday. Chuck, agreed. Preston, you're the man. Thank you, sir. I greatly appreciate you doing the most. Preston, you know what? I understand that. Definitely I do. I told you guys before, I have my car friends. We hang out on Friday nights. So Friday nights, usually after 9 is when I go hang out with them. And then I got to pick up my oldest son and sometimes my middle son from bingo at their school at like 10:30, 11 o'clock. So I don't even get to hang out. Shoot, usually it's about 10:15, 10:30. He calls me like, hey, we're almost done. I be like, yo, for real? Like, I'm just hanging out with my fellas, my friends. And we don't do anything but BS, talking off, look at our phones. excuse me, show each other car videos and then other memes and other stuff like that. But you're absolutely right. This is like a day out, a night out. So yeah, man, I really, I can't say thank you guys enough for hanging out. I really do enjoy it. And you know, it's a reason for me to drink during the week. And Preston, you know, I have 3 kids, not 4. Hydraulic dovetail. That's what's up, man. Caden, I think you need to, and I won't say problem, but the difference, Caden, between you and me is I have more experience in doing things that I don't want to do. And if you haven't or don't watch Casey Neistat, he's one of the people that I would suggest you watch. He says, in order to find out what you want to do, you need to do something that you don't want to do. Because when you do something you don't want to do, all you're going to do is spend time thinking about something you do want to do. Hopefully that makes sense to you, Caden. Straight single axle tractor. But hopefully that makes sense to you. So like when I was saying that you know, if you can find a welding job, get that welding job and do it until you get to the point where it, you know, make it a means to an end. And while you're doing that welding job, you build what you need to do what you want to do. Cure Meats recently brought new flavors. All right, Chuck, I know I saw the pastrami and what else was it? You gotta forgive me. I'm running on fumes at this point, but I have seen a couple things from you. The pastrami, and it wasn't a pot roast. You did a pot roast or something like that before. Maybe the pastrami was just multiple parts. There was something else you did recently. Kurt says ham and sausage and hams. I don't know. Not gotten into hams. That's what's up, Preston, man. I thank you. Just get some pink salt off of Amazon. Just look at the reviews and stuff like that. I will tell you that there are lots of reviews out there that are, I won't say fake, but they're bought. But like for something like the pink Himalayan sea salt, yeah, you're fine. People who buy it and use it are actually probably telling I won't say truth, but they're more open or honest about it. Well, Caden, guess what? You're going to have to go back to the video tomorrow or later and just watch what I was saying. Preston, that's what's up, man. Thank you. You know what? We are creatures of habit. Actually, you know what I did tonight? I set an alarm for 8:45 on Wednesdays. So, like, there's no reason I should miss this event. Yeah. Caden, Caden, you're 15, dude. You shouldn't be worried about letting anybody down. There's no reason you should be worried about letting somebody down. You know why you don't have to worry about letting somebody down? Because you're still living with your parents. You don't have the responsibilities as someone like Preston, who has 4 kids, or myself, I have 3 kids. That when there are other mouths depending on your livelihood, that's when you have to worry. Me, okay, me. And I'll let you guys in because it's 2 hours in. That thing I looked at tonight was a food truck. And I'm going to leave it at that, okay? I'm going to leave it at that because if I were to buy or even try to buy a food truck, my income would go from here to here pretty quickly, okay? And it's not for lack of trying. It's just for a lack of needing to get, ramp up from here back up to here. Not that I couldn't do it. I'm sure I could. But it would take away drastically from my family time. And I don't want to do that right now. I hear you, William. Yep. Keep your engine out of the kitchen. William, so what you said there was that a food truck was greater than a food trailer. Just saying. Check it right. Kirk, I would love to. But, I mean, Caden, and the whole thing is, the reason why you're not thinking of it that way is because you've never been in a position to have to put something on the table for someone else. When you are, again, in my position, I did barbecue full time out of the trunk of my car for a year and a half. I mean, it was difficult to say the least. Did I take care of it? Yes. Was it easy? No. Dude, you're in a position, if you're good at something, you might as well get paid for it. That's what the Joker said in one of the Batman movies, one of the recent Batman movies. And, I watched that and I was like, it was a light bulb moment. That was when I decided and I said, you know what? I'm good at doing barbecue. Why not get paid for it? You're good at welding. Why not get paid for it? You can do a job to get a job done. It doesn't mean that has to be your end-all be-all, man. Especially in this day and age. Let's say 20, 30 years ago, somebody did something, they were good at something. Guess what? That was what they did. That was the only thing that they did. But now, you could run your own hunting tour company and you'd be an entrepreneur. Okay, you'd be an entrepreneur. And we are in a time when entrepreneurs are like thriving. Okay, I never thought of myself as an entrepreneur. You know what I thought of myself as is enterprising. Look up the word enterprising. And Caden, I'm talking specifically to you. Look up the word enterprising. And that's what's up, Kurt. Enterprising is someone who will do what needs to be done to make $1. And I wasn't doing what I needed to be, what needed to be done to make $1 just to make $1. I was doing what needed to be done to make $1 to make ends meet. So I was more enterprising as a means to an end to make sure I could put food on my table versus trying to buy something expensive. All right? And, yeah. Yep. Definitely. Caden, I like you just because you hang out with us. And like I said, I'm completely honest. I feel like you're like the little brother in the room. But, I try to give my baby brother, who is 15 years my junior, some advice. And, I know that certain things I say go over his head. And certain things I do go over his head. But that doesn't stop me. Oh, Kirk, don't remind me. But that doesn't stop me from trying, from putting it out there, from me saying it. Because, Manny was good, man. Uh, oh yeah, William he says don't get lazy while you're young. Nope, the work ethic you have to earn laziness. All right. Hopefully you get what I mean. You have to work hard when you're younger so that you can let off the throttle when you get older. And you'll earn it. It's gonna suck. But one of the things I would say from time to time is he who does more than he's paid will soon be paid more for what he does. Something along those lines. I don't know. Anyway, it was more prolific when I wasn't drinking. But Manny, what's good with you, man? How's everything? All right, Kirk says, Caden, when you earn that big time money, don't forget us little barbecue dudes who were rooting you on, bro. Man, shoot, never let off until you're through. You're absolutely right. I like him too. Good advice, man. Is, you know, jeez, man, Manny. See, if you mind if anyway, I don't care. Manny drives a truck across the country. He goes crisscrossing across the country. That's something I could get into. Like, seriously. I enjoy driving, and I think it's dope. Like, just driving. I like the couple pinball runs that I've had to do, and I'm like in Vanna by myself for 6-8 hours. That's me time where I can just turn on the music and like zone out and get it done. Yep, that's what's up. Well, Kirk, speaking of that, one of Casey Neistat's, buddies or friends, or he worked with Casey. This guy's name was Dan Mace, and Dan said let's see, what was his exact quote? I'm trying to think about it. So in the beginning, when Dan came over here, Casey always talked about how he was always sleeping. Hey, Caden, have a good evening, man. But so Casey was always talking about how Dan was sleeping, and then Dan said something that was rather prolific, and he said, "A smart man sleeps when he can, or excuse me, a smart man sleeps when he has to. A wise man sleeps when he can." And I was like, all right. Because, hey, Manny, do you see Cam is back to uploading videos? He just uploaded another video just now. That was what I swiped, was the notification from a new video from Cam. Like, I'm happy to see Cam is happy. Just saying. But that was prolific to me because I understood that. Because I was that guy that slept when I had to. Like, after being up. Like when you have to be awake and then you have to get some sleep because your body is about to shut down, that's a big difference from being able to just take a nap. Like it's funny. Anybody ever experienced like walking out into the cold and having to pee? I will go and pee when I can as opposed to when I have to. So that I'm not stuck in traffic or I'm not stuck somewhere where I can't. And then I'm like, that's just not an apples to apples comparison, but hopefully it makes sense to you guys. But anyway. Oh, that's exactly it, man. William, you have to take advantage of when you put them down for a nap and get stuff done. Yo, Manny, I thought it was just me. Yo, my man is really happy. He was. Yo, Cam had his idiosyncrasies and his little hang-ups and other things like that. And he was, it just made everything whole. What do you think? Do you think Cam is going to be staying with Chris Rudnick or what? John Larson, how you doing? Usually these live streams don't go 2.5 hours, but we're just hanging out, and 2.5 hours it is. Well, Kirk, you're right, but you won't always have that opportunity. Like, I remember when I worked for FedEx Ground, I was working a full-time job during the day, and I worked FedEx Ground overnight. And I used to do the same thing when I was sitting in the truck, and I to be, I won't say completely honest, but to kind of give you a little bit of backstory. So when I started working for FedEx Ground, I loaded the trucks. I loaded the trucks from like September up and through about November, and it was starting to get cold. So I'm like, yo, I found out that the guy who was outside in the yard, he used to put the pup trailers, so the 23, 26-foot trailers onto the doors that they would unload. He had heat in the cab of the tractor that he drove. And I'm like, yo, how do I get to do that? And the guy who was the building manager, this guy's name was Jeremiah. It's, again, one of those things you never forget. And Jeremiah said, "Are you serious?" I'm like, "Hell yeah, I'm serious. Yo, my man has a radio and heat. Yo, it's cold in this building." Jeremiah cracked up. He said, "Look, meet me here on Sunday night at 11 o'clock. He said, I'll teach you how to drive the truck." I'm like, man, yep. Cam definitely was the mechanic. He was the one that would definitely get stuff done, and his hands are always the dirtiest, man. I don't know what it is with cats not wearing gloves, but that's just me. But the whole thing was, again, so going back to my story, I went in and I learned how to drive the truck, and I learned how to drive the trailers, and I became, at FedEx Ground, they called me a switcher. Other places I was called like the yard jockey, or equivalent was a yard jockey. So I used to take the trailers and put them on and off the dock doors. And it was like one of the best experiences I've ever had. I worked for FedEx Ground for like 1.5 years. And more than 1 year of that time, I was driving the truck. And like, I was driving the truck from like 11 o'clock midnight until 5. No, it was about 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the morning. And then I would go and work full time. So I was working overnight, part time, and then I would go to work full time. So I would sleep when I could. So I would load the trailer. Like, I would go in early and load the trailer doors on, and it would take me about a half an hour, 45 minutes, an hour, depending on how many truck trailers we had. And as the guys that were bringing the trailers in would come in, I would load up the empty trailers, would take the trailers off the doors, and and I would take them off the doors. But there were times when I could take a nap because I would have like a 45-minute break. I remember vividly one night, dog, man, you say the word over a weekend, I will definitely take a ride with you. And you just think about this, I will help drive because, I'm just saying. But the whole thing is, I would take a nap in between when I had some downtime. again, I was working during the day, and when I should have been sleeping at night, I was working. And I slept when I could, not when I had to. Just saying. Caden, sometimes you have to make some sacrifices, but it'll be worth it in the end. Don't worry about it. Trust me, it'll be worth it. William says, "Hey man, you know what's funny? If you have like a 2-car haul, we can haul my car to your destination, and I'll drive back. Just I won't say make it easier on you, but I'm sure we could chop it up and let me know. You gotta just let me know so I get my sleep schedule worked out, because like I don't sleep very well. When I do sleep, I try to sleep. So like a weekend run or a weekend, something like that. If you need to run down to Florida on a weekend, and we can leave like on a Friday night and come back, I could be back on a Sunday. Yeah, you let me know. Let me know. Because I'm definitely on the way. And I definitely, look, you could be dead tired pulling to, in my area in Baltimore, and I'm like, yo, I'm good for 15, 16 hours. Yeah. Yeah. Bill, how you doing this afternoon? Shoot, yeah, evening. Let me know. Because, look, if you can make it happen on a Friday afternoon, evening, and turn and burn and come back I could be back by the time I need to go to work on Monday morning. What? Look, I drove up to Connecticut, which was 6 hours like each way, and back in one day. And I took my time. Yeah. I'm good, man. Manny, look, it's in your court now, because you got witnesses. There's 15 folks on the live stream right now, so there's 14 witnesses saying I will definitely, yeah. Yeah, I can imagine, Manny. And you got a crew cab too? Yo, Manny, all right, yo, I'm gonna be in the back. Yeah, John, Miller Lite. Anybody notice I ain't been up to pee yet? Because I'm drinking Miller Lite. I probably just jinxed myself, and I gotta go in a second. But hey, look, guys, I had the moonshine earlier tonight. I had some moonshine. A Slurpee was in here. But anybody catch the number of beers I had tonight? Let's see if anybody's paying attention. How many beers did I have tonight? I know, Kirk. Don't tell me about it. I'm thinking about it now, and I gotta go. Just because I start talking about it. Caden, nope, it wasn't 6. Excuse me. Wasn't 3. Golly, Manny. I don't know. I definitely, I can see myself driving a truck at some point, like crisscrossing the country doing, nope. You got to remember, Kirk, I started out with the liquor. I'm not that bad, especially not on a Wednesday. That's what's up, man. I ain't trying to do none of that, William. Nuh-uh. I don't need any diseases or anything like that. No, John. What do they have in common? I'll bite. Dad jokes are awesome. Hey, William, I'm not knocking it. This is not for me. Trying to find out what Miller Lite and Sex on the Beach have in common. God. Hey, Bill, I understand. There are times when I'm driving to and from work and I have a 35-minute commute, and all I'm thinking about is barbecue. I'm not even going to acknowledge you, Caden. Funny. All right, John, come on. What's Kate? Kirk, don't encourage him. He's not even a dad yet. He can't make dad jokes. I'm still trying to find out what they have in common. Oh, I'm fading. Man, we're at almost 3 hours on this live stream. Oh my goodness. I'm going to be so dead tomorrow. One is a champagne, the other is a pain. Yeah, actually that's Miller High Life is a champagne of beers. But we're not going to split hairs. All right, come on. Tell me the punchline and the correct answer. Anyone else? I want to guess how many beers it was I had. Kurt, right? Where you at? Nope. Not 5. Crap. 9. Good Lord. Darian. All right. This is 9 for me too. The answer was 4. I went out to the cooler twice. And when I went out to the cooler, I had 2. Kate and I'm sure they're all 4 jokes. Hey, look, guys. Thank you so very much, as always, for hanging out. I am gone. I'll see you guys next Wednesday. Gosh. You take care, fellas. I'll see you guys next week. Look for the video.